Welcome to Diving Deep. I'm your host, Crystal, and this is a place where we talk all things spirituality, self-help, and taboo. A safe space to have deeper, meaningful conversations and explore the nuances of life. Diving Deep welcomes everyone. Perfection isn't what is expected. Instead, what's valued here is the honoring of our truths, the deconstruction of social norms that don't serve our greatest good, and making changes to live a truly happy and authentic life. Now, if you're looking for a deep but keep it real type shit podcast, you've come to the right place. Let's get into it. Hello, episode of Diving Deep. I'm your host, Yeska. It's been a while. If you haven't heard from me in the last pretty much about a month, it's because I have been sick as a dog. I feel like I've missed out on life. I feel like everything is behind schedule. My ebook, in setting up interviews with local women around here, just everything basically went to shit. We'll just say it as that, not to complain, but it has felt really odd being out of it. And yeah, this is honestly a record for how long it took me to recover from being sick. Other than like COVID, the first time I had like this deep chest cough that lasted about a month. Like not even, there was no phlegm. It was just like a weird cough. If you had COVID, you know what I mean. But yeah, 2019, I got it. I was literally around Christmas time. But other than that, this has been the longest that I remember ever being sick. And it might have to do with the fact that I am pregnant. This whole pregnancy eating has been a struggle since the get-go. So I know I definitely don't eat enough. You can thank my nausea and my extreme acid reflux for that. So yeah, and I do take my prenatals, but I mean, when I tell you my baby girl is using up all my resources, she definitely is. Whatever little I eat, it's definitely going to her. I feel all my muscle has deteriorated. It's a very, very, very odd feeling because even like times that I've been heavier than others, I've maintained a significant amount of muscle. And this is like the first time I feel myself, and it's just everything's so squishy and it feels so weird. It's just been an odd experience being sick this month and struggling, I guess, fighting off, I don't like using this word, but like depression. I'm like, am I depressed? Have I gotten to this point? I just feel so out of energy. And then I don't know if I'm coming down with another cold, but yesterday I had the chills and I stayed in bed most of the day. Today as well, I didn't get out of bed till like noon to eat some food. I should probably gotten up earlier, but I just feel so sapped, so sucked dry. It's unreal. And I didn't even want to hop on the, like here, not that I didn't want to, but my bed is calling my name. I have cooking to do. I have to clean some of the bathroom. And so anyway, we're ranting, but, what's it called? Yeah, it's just been real, but I'm making an effort. And the reason why I say that, well, making an effort, because like I was inspired, because even though I don't feel great today, I ended up telling my boss I can't go into work anymore because I'm like, I have reached my limits. But I got inspired today. I saw this TikTok that made me cry, and it was a girl with stage 4 cancer. It was a get ready with me. She was on live, and I don't scroll too much, but I definitely like having my 30-minute dirty scroll. And so while I was on my scroll, yeah, I saw her and I was like, oh my gosh. And then she was just talking about her situation, and then I went to her profile and I looked at her page, and there was one that said like, oh, I'll be doing updates until I can no longer do updates. My family will be taking over the account and hosting updates on my behalf. And then she was just talking about that, like that day was the first time that she needed assistance with a shower because of how it's going, and that, you know, it's painful when she has her feeding tube and balancing the dosage of medication, you know what I mean, and all these things. And I'm like, oh my God, like, you poor soul. Like, it just made me so sad, but it sparked something in me, and I'm like, you know what, I ended up following her. I don't follow a lot of accounts like that, but every so often, like, she really, really touched me for some reason. And yeah, so, but let me go back. I don't follow a lot of these accounts because they are sad, okay? It's not that I'm not trying to, like, be supportive or anything like that, so, just in case. It's purely because it's a sad fact of life. But with her, I'm like, you know what, she is inspiring me. Like, I have so much to be grateful for. And look at her, she's just showing up, doing lives when she feels good. She's posting her makeup videos, and all these things, right? And just being really honest about her process and how things make her feel, like with the whole shower thing. And these are very vulnerable things, you know what I mean? They can take a lot to share something like that. And I was like, I put myself in her shoes, and I was like, if I were in her place, I probably would hide from the world. Because that's how I tend to get when I am not feeling the best, or I feel like I have nothing to share, or I feel like I've been slacking on shit, or whatever the case may be. I tend to hide. I'm like, I'm embarrassed. I don't want to show up. I don't feel like showing up. I have nothing to share, or I feel like a fraud, or I feel, you know, all these things. And I'm like, she's literally showing up, and despite all this that she's going through, sharing her story and making the most of it. I was like, wow, what a beautiful soul. It makes me emotional. But yeah, what a beautiful soul, and what a beautiful inspiration for the rest of us, you know what I mean? And it was just like a friendly reminder from, like, God, the universe, that here I am moaning and groaning for good reason, right? But I'm like, you know what? My problems are so small. And I'm struggling with battling depression right now toward the end of my pregnancy, because I can't do anything. I don't have the energy to. I hardly do things I love. I hardly go outside. I don't eat enough, and all these things, being in pain and blah, 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 right? And so all that is true. I'm like, this is just like a little challenge, a little bump on the road. I asked for this. I wanted this. I manifested a pregnancy in my life. And while I didn't think it was going to happen anytime soon, or maybe, anytime, or possibly not at all, because I'm 35 now, you know. But yeah, it got me thinking. I'm like, I want this, and I'm complaining, or I'm feeling like, woe is me, and feeling powerless. I've been battling with this, just this word that comes to mind, that I feel useless because I'm not doing everything that I normally do, or at least to my expectations or to my wants. And working a part-time, wishing I could work more so I could make more money, so I could, do more things, whatever. But yeah, I'm like, you know what? My baby is healthy. She's growing well. All the checkups have been great. I am yes, tired, but like I'm alive and well. Like I'm okay. Yes, I battled a fierce flu type shit for like a month, but I'm okay. I'm supported. I have a job. Shout out to Angie. I have a job that my boss is very understanding, and I don't like taking advantage of like the leniency, but like even like, well, her and her partner are both my bosses. And so yeah, Mark is like, if you ever feel like you're done with the day, like you can just go home. Like you don't have to explain anything. You can just go home. And I'm like, it's so weird. I always feel guilty when I need to take time off. And especially being pregnant, I'm like, I'm not performing how I used to at the beginning when I first started working there. So anyway, but I'm so grateful regardless that they've been so understanding through my pregnancy and now having like to step away from work. I'm going to do a little bit of work from home, but I just started thinking about everything that is actually going well, right? Continuing the story. I was like, I have it good for what I need right now. I'm good. I'm supported. I am blessed. My baby's almost here. Everything's just going smoothly, and yeah, it's just like it was just like a reminder to me, and I wanted to share, because sometimes we're in the midst of our own little world, and then we forget the grand scheme of things, like, hey, this is actually not too bad, or especially like if you're manifesting something, like whether it's a relationship, a job, or an experience, and we tend to regard the challenges that come with manifestations. Manifestation and all that is great, and having goals and everything. It was like a nice little reality check that, like, right now I am, this is my baby. Like in the future, let's say for example, like the future of my podcast or a future job career that I end up loving, or whatever the case may be, I'm like, not to be like negative Nancy, but this is just, hey, with any manifestation, with any goal, like there comes things with it, right? So it's just first having gratitude for being able to attain whatever it is that you wanted. Some people can't have kids, and this is a blessing, like that I could do this, some people can't work for whatever reason, their health, or like all these things, I'm like, that we have access to, or that we manifest and we downplay, because sometimes whatever we got going on, like it blinds us, and we forget what we were like, forget to enjoy the thing, right? And so gratitude is just like big right now. It just got renewed for me. I'm like, oh shit. And then number 2, just to think about how important it is to manifest from an authentic place, or if you pray about things, if you're religious or whatever you're praying for, meditating for, manifesting, whatever the case may be, to also visualize and understand that it comes with its own little challenges, that those manifestations and your prayers answered come with little things, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? That's just kind of, it's a part of our human experience. You know what I mean? The contrast, because if everything went smoothly all the time, it wouldn't feel great. We wouldn't be able to really understand or have the depth of gratitude for when beautiful things happen, and it would take away from the human experience. So yes, life has its challenges. Everything that you call into your life will entail some kind of work, some kind of tasks, or some kind of whatever, you know what I mean? So let's say your dream job as a teacher and you love children and this and this and that, like, you're going to be, if you are that type of person, which there are some really good teachers. I know one of them, shout out Danae. She's a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful human being. But there are some really good teachers that is their calling and they do it and they love it. But then you also think about like all these kids every day almost, all this time, you know that there's going to be, you're going to feel taxed some days. You're going to feel overwhelmed some days, tired, whatever the case may be. And that doesn't mean that it takes away from the beautiful aspect that you have this life you love, or you have this job, or for me, my pregnancy or a partner, etc. It shouldn't take away from that. Honor that and help yourself feel good, of course, but I think it's important for us, and really just that's pretty much the lesson, that to always keep in mind and not let the little challenges or obstacles or just the things that come with whatever it is that you want overtake or cloud whatever. I don't know what the word, I had it but I lost it. Pretty much take over for the thing you love, you know what I mean? And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. Gratitude and keeping in mind all these things. Yeah, I'm really glad I saw that girl today on my live. And yeah, even though I don't like scrolling too much and I'm working really hard, even for me, that I like to abstain from always being on social, there's some days that I'm just like, I just don't want to fucking do shit, or my brain wants a dopamine hit, like I feel the urge, right? Even though I'm very conscious of it, I still have to have some discipline to not do it. But every so often, you come across something that's just beautiful on the internet, on social, whatever. And I'm really glad I did that. And I don't feel like it was a coincidence. I feel like it was meant to be. I was supposed to see this. I haven't gone into work this week. Like I said, I told my boss, I'm like, I went in yesterday. I got to my job and I started crying on the way there. I hadn't slept. I had slept like 4 hours. I was up all night and I didn't feel good. Then I had severe nausea and it was just bad. So I didn't make it to work. I ended up crying because I felt like a failure. I felt like I was failing my job. I was failing myself, feeling just very useless. But I'm not, and I'm working with that. But yeah, it was meant to be. I was meant to see that thing. And so here I am sharing this message with you, wherever you are in your life. Whatever you're manifesting, or you have the thing that you prayed so hard for, or that you really desired, or you really thought made you happy, it was going to make you happy, like, it's okay. Just breathe, take it a day at a time, and yeah, talk to somebody, go outside, get some sunshine. I got some sunshine on Monday. I went to one of my favorite spots to go to in Oak Glen and just touched some trees. I sat down on a bench and let the sun kiss me. And yeah, even though I'm tired, yeah, let's not, even if we feel, excuse me, in a type of way, do one thing. Whether it's within a few days, that week, do one thing that lifts your soul, right? Because you deserve that effort regardless. And yeah, guys, just take it easy. As far as new episodes and everything, projects, I'm not going to say anything right now because I'm not in that mind state. I just know that once I'm feeling a bit better, and can have some time to just think about what's going on now that I'm not going to be at work or working really too much, I'll have more energy to really sit down and catch up on this stuff, like my ebook that's supposed to come out this month, but I'm going to play it by ear. And as far as the interviews, definitely sit down and schedule those in for you guys. I really want to showcase women doing things with their offerings, whatever their services are, whatever their learnings, to impart with you guys, and just create a community of conscious people, different backgrounds, different things, different people, and make this podcast more, how do I say this? Like, just bring more value to you guys, right? Bring more value, other perspectives, other teachings, other things, you know what I mean? So, with that being said, guys, I am done here. It is time for me to do some stuff around the house. And I hope you took something away from this podcast. I just felt called to share from what my experience was this morning. And I'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.